Okay, Claire.
Claire Belang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. And I had Joey Coulter in talking to me after he raced, and he was nothing but kind of wide-eyed about racing with you and learning from you at the time. He wasn't upset or mad. He said he learned a lot when he raced with you, and he's sorry that he maybe got a little into you at one point in the racing, but he said he learned a lot. Later, I found out, in fact, I talked to him yesterday, he said that Richard had to fly out 2 body hangers because they were going to take the same truck to Texas and to repair the truck that he indeed is racing this weekend. So the question is, did you have any idea that there was that much damage to the truck after that they would have to fly body hangers to Texas, and could that have been maybe, I mean, were you ever able to see how much damage that there was?
No, I didn't feel like I hit him all that hard. I just thought I'd rubbed him a little bit. So, typically when you rub a guy, you don't see much damage from it, but the trucks are so different too, and I forgot all about how the left front fender on a truck, the nose is so much wider than the tire is, so it kind of sticks out a little bit further. So maybe there was more damage than I thought I would have caused. That's entirely my fault. I'm the one that instigated it there or initiated it. But, as far as him having to fly out body hangers and all that stuff, if it's something that they didn't feel like that they could hammer and dolly out, sorry it came to that.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Lee Spencer.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. A lot of times we try to assume what you're thinking, what's going on in your mind when you're behind the wheel. So you're saying what happened with Joey Coulter was not malicious in any minor fashion, which, it could have been taken either way. You're both battling really hard there for fifth. It could have been, interpreted. And secondly, no message was ever delivered from Richard Childress or any of his people to you about, rough racing in the future.
I answered both those questions already.
Well, I'm just saying, but I'm just clarifying. That's all black and white because no one wants to make assumptions at that point. That's why I'm asking. And secondly, how has M&M Mars taken everything of late, or has that been tough for you?
So confused now. What was the first part of the question?
M&M Mars.
No, that was the second part. That was the third part, actually. What was the first part?
Just, trying to get the driver's head.
Okay, so yes.
Maliciousness of your actions on people down below.
Yeah, you guys, well, not you guys, but, there can be an easy way to interpret things sometimes, and, it seems like maybe I might be on the wrong end of interpretation a lot of those times. There was no malicious intent to be involved in hurting or damaging an RCR vehicle. Did RC ever tell me anything? No. We were in that NASCAR hauler from Darlington after the race. He never said a word in there. Third part is, how is M&M's handling it? M&M's is handling things the best that they can handle it, and going through things day by day. So there's a lot of support there. We just had a NASCAR day at Hackettstown, New Jersey yesterday, and people were awesome. They had a lot of great questions about racing, about the sponsorship, about the partnership that we have, and how things have been really working well for them over the past few seasons, and that how we can continue to grow the brand. So, they're doing everything that they can in their power to, make sure that we continue to carry on the presence of M&M's and in NASCAR and with Kyle Busch.
Okay, next question, Tom.
Tom Bowles, frontstretch.com. Kyle, I just wondered how much you've talked to your brother in the last couple of weeks. I know there have been a lot of comparisons this week to what he went through, and if you've gotten any particular support from people in the garage area over the last week, or some advice that you've gotten that you've taken to heart.
Yeah, I've talked to my brother a little bit. He's had some good things to say and some good advice to give as well. You mentioned he had been through something like this before, so a little bit different case. But, we discussed some things. As far as there being, support on my end, sure, there's been a lot of support. I've got a lot of friends I talk to in the garage area, whether they're crew chiefs or whether they're team members from other teams, even team members from the RCR camp that are my friends. So, I've had an outreach of support, as well as, after the incident in Darlington, it's not something new for race fans, for as passionate and devoted as they are to this sport or to a particular driver, that that the outcry of a penalty, they want to pitch in and help. And so I didn't boast about it, but I had the same amount of fans that wanted to help pay my fine from Darlington, in which we just put the money towards the Kyle Busch Foundation. So it's cool to have that support when times get tough, and it is cool that you can have something better come out of a situation like that.
Okay, next question.
Ed Coons with Speedway Media and Gator Racing News. I'm going to go in a different direction. What's harder for you, tire management or fuel management? With few mile races we've had, and probably one this weekend.
Yeah. If you had to just go into fuel management mode, that's the hardest thing for me to do. I can't understand how to do that. I've done it in the past, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job at it, and then I end up being a half a lap short or maybe a lap short or something like that. So these guys like Carl, for instance, I feel like he's probably one of the best. Brad might be pretty good at it too, obviously, from last weekend. Tony won here last year on a fuel mileage race, I think, or the year before. Those guys do a great job at being able to maximize the amount of fuel in their cell. And I've tried doing the same techniques they have. I've just not been as successful as they are. You have a crew chief tell you, hey, man, we're 8 laps short to the end of the race. We're going to have to save some. And they make it. It's like, where do you find all that? I remember Carl at Homestead, I think it was 2008, was like 8 laps short. And we were like, there's no way these guys are going to make it. And they ended up making it. So to me, tire management's a lot easier. Richmond, for instance, there, the last run of the race, we went 100-something laps at the end. You were in a little bit of a tire-saving mode and a little bit of a fuel-saving mode. So with both of those together, it actually helped me. I feel like that was probably the best fuel savings that I've been able to accomplish.
Okay, last question from Marty Smith.
Marty Smith, ESPN. I know this gets asked every year, I think, but it seems like this year's field is more wide open maybe than it's even been before. How many cars do you think can win on a weekly basis, and how many are really championship contenders?
Good question. Yeah. No, it is early, but to be honest with you, it changes every single lap or every single fuel stop or pit stop. For instance, last weekend, I thought Carl was going to win the race. He drove up through green flag conditions, took the lead, didn't take it off pit road. And then 2 runs later, I'm passing Carl. I'm running 6th, and he's 8th or 9th or something like that. And I'm like, I just thought this guy was going to win the race. Now you got somebody else out there. And then Jeff Gordon started coming. And then at the end of the race, there was the fuel strategy playing out. And all of a sudden, Brad Keselowski's leading, And so it changes every lap. And you guys, somebody asked me, I think it was either last week or the week before, do you feel like you're a safe bet going into the chase riding on 2 wins? Brad Keselowski just won a race. If he wins one more, he's got 2 wins. He's going to be, if I fall out, I'm going to be a guy, and he's going to be a guy, and Jeff Gordon with 1 win is going to be out. So things can change awfully quick.
Okay, Kyle, thank you for your time today. Good luck
No
this
problem.
weekend.
Thank you.